Right now we're going to learn how to make a vector image out of a colored, just cartoon type picture, not a photo. So of course we're going to get our new file. And I found this picture on Facebook that I just thought was really cute. So I'm going to copy it from there with Control-C, paste it into CorelDRAW with Control-V. You notice the image has a lot of space around it. So I'm going to try to reduce it by using the shape tool. And so I've selected the top two nodes, and by holding the shift and clicking, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom, but bring it up. I'm going to keep that. Same thing on the sides, but bring it in. And same thing on the left side and bring it in. Then I will go to Bitmap and press Crop Bitmap. Going back to my pick tool so that it'll bring these menus up. I want to trace this bitmap. And I don't want to do a quick trace. I know that's what most people do just to try to get it done real fast, but we want to make sure that we get the right number of colors in here. So we're going to go to an outline trace, clip art. So now we have the background set as blue and it's removing that. And I usually like to tell it to remove that color from the entire image, because see right here inside of the little D and B, it's leaving it. So I like to remove it, and that way we don't have to go back and take it out later. If you look right here, if you zoom in, you see that this color and this color are not merging with the lip like it should, but that's actually something we can change later. This is where it starts to be a problem. So we're going to go to colors, and we're going to start bringing the number down until we like how these images are coming out. And if we bring it all the way down and it's changed to the wrong things, then we can always bring it back up. And then later we'll merge it. So we've got 9 colors right now. And there's 1, the yellow is 1, the black is 1, so that's 2, the white 3, the green 4, the pink 5, this blue 6, and the other blue 7. So we're going to go down to 7 colors if we can. We'll do it one at a time to make sure that we're not losing anything important. Every time you take a color away, if you notice there's 2 shades of blue, and those are the 2 shades of blue we want to keep. And I think this is the yellow. This is the inside of the mouth, which I did not account for. But it's not taking away this out here. If you look at the letter, we could probably get away with just keeping that letter like that and just removing that. Same here and here. So we'll go ahead and just leave it like that, and we'll merge it afterwards. So we'll press OK. And then I'm going to ungroup it. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to merge this by clicking on it, shift clicking with this light white color. I'm going to merge it to that with a weld. I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to do the same thing here. We're not trying to get too detailed with this image, so I'm going to leave those like that. Otherwise, I would have retyped them. But, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and retype them so I can show you how I would do that. So in that case, I wouldn't weld these. I would just delete them. And if you see, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but there's the light, very, very light blue, and the white. It leaves a hole. I'm going to merge this to this because I don't want that there. And so here's what I'm going to do. If I choose to replace the letters instead, I take this piece and I press Control-K, and then, which is break apart. Then I press Shift and I click on the main piece so that it deselects the main piece. Now what I'm going to do is I'll press Delete, and now it's deleted everything inside there. So when you move these, There's nothing behind them. There's no open hole. This was an added on top of the original O. So let's do in U exclamation point. And we're going to go with Arial rounded just for now. And I'm going to use the shape tool to go ahead and give it a little bit of spacing instead of coming over to the text properties and changing the percentage here. I'm doing it the lazy way. And I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to bring this down. And I guess I forgot that and that. But this is black, and the rest of it is like this off black. So we're going to have to go through and look for those. Select this, merge it to that. Select this, merge it to that. I'm shift clicking each time. I want that to be black. I want this to be a brighter yellow. And then I'm going to take this out. Type the letter I. Make it Arial rounded. Make it bigger. And these were inside colors to fill the B, and since I made this a solid piece, we don't need those anymore. I want the outline of the leaf black, and I think I want the leaf itself a brighter green. I want this black. And down here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take both of these. Shift clicking to select more or deselect. If you shift and click, it'll either select or deselect. And so I'm going to merge them together. Turn it black. Make this shift click, make all of those black. I'm happy with the other colors there. I'm going to take this, shift click to that, and merge it. And notice how that created a little bump. I'll go ahead and take the shape tool real quick, delete those nodes. It should come out pretty decent. It's a little fat up here, so maybe I'll just bring it in a little. And one of the things that you can do when you're doing that is you can select them all. You can press reduce nodes up here. And that just reduces them slightly. I pressed space to go back to my pointer tool. I'm going to shift click merge to the direction that I'm thinking. This one I don't think it needs to even be there. This one I don't think needs to be there, so I'm just selecting and deleting. And this I'm going to merge with that very, very pale light blue that the character is made out of. I'm going to leave the maker's name on there, unless you're trying to make it different and make it your own. And I'll group the whole thing, press P to center, and there is my vectorized image. Now I can make it as large as I want or as small as I want without anything changing. I can change the colors. I can do all the manipulations that I want to because of the fact that it is now a vector image.